Chapter 4. Athena's Awakening. Adam stood in Levi's hidden lab, surrounded by the hum of dormant machinery. He ran his hands over a faded blueprint, an outline of enhancements Levi had once envisioned for Athena, upgrades that would bring her to the edge of technological evolution. He gripped the blueprint tightly. His eyes shifted to Athena, who stood nearby, silent and waiting. Athena's steely form shimmered under the fluorescent lights. Her gaze was fixed on him, patient but unwavering. She knew the stakes as much as he did. Adam nodded, his resolve hardening. If this gives us a chance, we have to take it. With a low rumble, the lab's machinery activated, bringing the upgrade chamber to life. The chamber glowed, filling the room with pale blue light as Athena stepped into its heart. The door sealed with a soft hiss, and Adam held his breath, watching her form encased in glass as the upgrade process began. Inside, Athena's core was replaced with a glowing plasma unit, casting a fierce light through her metallic surface. Her entire body shimmered, the plasma energy pulsing as her system adjusted. The process was intense, and her sensors reactivated sharper than ever before, bringing her to full predatory awareness. When her transformation completed, Athena emerged, and her gaze locked onto Adam with a focus that made him catch his breath. "Let's test the new systems," he said, barely able to mask his awe. The first upgrade they tested was Athena's plasma weaponry. She set her sights on a set of reinforced targets across the room, her plasma cannon humming with power. With a slight motion, she discharged a burst of energy, obliterating the first target with a searing, thunderous blast. Her gaze narrowed as she adjusted her stance, unleashing precise plasma bolts, each one piercing metal with ease. Adam could barely contain a grin of satisfaction as he watched her unleash controlled destruction. The cloaking ability came next. Athena triggered the field, and in an instant, her form disappeared. Adam's eyes searched the room, seeing nothing but empty air. He called out, tossing small objects around, testing her reflexes. She evaded each one with silent grace, her movements a blur, even as he strained to detect her. She reappeared behind him, so close he could feel the faint hum of her energy field. Athena's upgrades made her more than powerful. They made her a ghost, lethal and untraceable. Adam's eyes were fixed on Athena's final test, the aerial mode. A hum resonated as her wings unfolded from hidden compartments along her back, sleek and streamlined. Without a sound, she took to the air, hovering above him as he watched in awe. She twisted midair, maneuvering through tight turns with practiced precision, her claws and plasma cannons primed for aerial attacks. As she landed, Adam felt the weight of their situation settle heavily on his shoulders. He knew the Wrathbound had already detected Athena's upgrades. The advantage would not last long. The night before the Wrathbound's impending siege, Adam and Athena embarked on a reconnaissance mission. Cloaked and silent, they slipped through the dense forests bordering Olympus, moving through shadows as they neared Wrathbound territory. Athena's sensors picked up patrols, each one bristling with energy signatures stronger than before. The beasts moved in packs, each adapted to counter Olympus's defenses. In the clearing ahead, Jarek and his team gathered with their beasts. Athena and Adam crouched in the shadows, observing as the Wrathbound ran drills with their upgraded creatures. Bladewind, now equipped with spiked armor, prowled through the grass, and Steelfang emitted a low growl that rumbled through the trees. Jarek paced, his gaze cold and fierce as he watched his warriors, his words lost to the night air. Adam tensed as a sudden rustle broke the silence. Athena surged forward, her cloaking field activating as she moved to investigate the sound. One of the Wrathbound guards had wandered too close, and Athena moved with swift, silent efficiency, positioning herself behind him. Without a sound, she extended her claws, striking his leg and slicing through metal and flesh in one motion. The guard dropped, unconscious before he even realized what happened. Athena returned to Adam's side, her frame silent, her gaze steady. They had seen enough. Back in Olympus, Adam drilled his forces relentlessly, adapting their tactics to match Wrathbound's capabilities. Athena led the drills, demonstrating her new plasma abilities and cloaking techniques, inspiring awe among the soldiers. Her mouth, now equipped with reinforced mandibles, snapped through armor plates with ease during training exercises, her tail and claws sharp as blades. Soldiers watched with a mixture of fear and awe as she sliced through targets, her speed unmatched, her movements swift and precise. The final hours before the Wrathbound siege were thick with tension. Scouts confirmed that the Wrathbound were advancing, a looming darkness spreading over Erethon's plains as the beasts marched on Olympus. Adam stood on the front lines, Athena by his side, her cloaking field active, her plasma weapons primed. The Wrathbound charged in with devastating speed, their mechanical beasts tearing through the lines. Ironclaw smashed into Olympus's defenses, claws flashing as it tore through barricades. Steelfang emitted a sonic pulse that disoriented the soldiers nearby, leaving them vulnerable to Bladewind's lethal strikes. Chaos erupted, screams and explosions mingling as Olympus struggled to hold the line. In the midst of the carnage, Athena materialized behind a Wrathbound warrior, her plasma cannon aimed at the back of his head. Before he could react, she fired, the plasma burning through armor and bone. She disappeared again, evading another beast with a series of swift maneuvers, her claws raking through metal and her tail lashing out like a whip. With a roar, Adam charged forward, his gaze prolonged and intense as he rallied his forces, determined to defend Olympus to the end. In the skies above, Athena soared, her presence a silent threat in the shadows, her power and precision unmatched as she turned the tide, one strike at a time.